Question 1. A claims adjuster is investigating a commercial property damage claim where the property suffered extensive fire damage. The policyholder claims that the fire was caused by a faulty electrical system. Upon investigation, the adjuster finds that the electrical system is outdated, but there is no conclusive evidence that it caused the fire. What should the adjuster do next? A. Approve the claim for full payment of the policy limit, as the property suffered significant damage. B. Deny the claim immediately, as the cause of the fire cannot be conclusively determined. C. Continue the investigation to gather more evidence and possibly consult with an expert before making a final decision. D. Settle the claim based on the policyholder's statement and the fire damage documentation. Answer. C. Continue the investigation to gather more evidence and possibly consult with an expert before making a final decision. Explanation. In Alaska, claims adjusters have a responsibility to investigate claims thoroughly and impartially. The fact that the cause of the fire cannot be conclusively determined requires further investigation. This may involve consulting with experts in electrical systems or fire causes, such as fire investigators or electrical engineers. The adjuster should not make a premature decision without sufficient evidence. According to the Alaska Insurance Code, adjusters must conduct a fair and unbiased investigation and avoid any actions that could lead to the unfair denial of claims. Question 2. Mr. Peterson recently filed a bodily injury claim under his auto insurance policy after a car accident. He claims to have suffered a broken leg and ongoing medical costs. The adjuster finds that Mr. Peterson's medical records do not support his claims of a broken leg. What is the most appropriate action for the adjuster to take in this situation? A. Accept the claim as valid and settle the amount requested by Mr. Peterson. B. Deny the claim based on discrepancies in the medical records, assuming fraud. C. Request additional documentation from Mr. Peterson's doctors to clarify the discrepancies. D. Offer a partial settlement, assuming that some injuries may have been overlooked in the medical records. Answer. C. Request additional documentation from Mr. Peterson's doctors to clarify the discrepancies. Explanation. In cases where medical records do not fully support the claimant's statements, it is important for the claims adjuster to gather additional evidence. Requesting further documentation from Mr. Peterson's medical providers is in line with the adjuster's duty to thoroughly investigate and evaluate the claim. This approach adheres to the principle of good faith and fair dealing under Alaska law. Denying the claim without further investigation or assuming fraud prematurely would not be appropriate and could violate ethical guidelines. The Alaska Department of Insurance mandates transparency and fairness in claims handling. Question 3. Scenario-based. MS. Jacobs has filed a homeowner's insurance claim after severe winter storm damaged the roof of her house. She claims that the storm caused significant structural damage, but the adjuster suspects that the roof was already in poor condition before the storm. The adjuster inspects the roof and finds both storm-related damage and pre-existing deterioration. How should the adjuster proceed with this claim? A. Deny the claim entirely, as the roof was already in poor condition before the storm. B. Pay for the storm-related damage, but exclude coverage for the pre-existing deterioration. C. Pay for the total cost of the roof replacement, as the storm aggravated the existing damage. D. Request a second opinion from an independent contractor to verify the storm's impact on the roof. Answer. B. Pay for the storm-related damage, but exclude coverage for the pre-existing deterioration. Explanation. In this scenario, the claims adjuster is faced with a claim involving both storm-related damage and pre-existing damage. According to Alaska's insurance regulations, the insurer is responsible only for damages that are covered under the policy and caused by the covered peril, the storm in this case. Pre-existing damage is typically excluded from coverage unless the insurer has specific provisions for such cases. The adjuster should calculate and pay for the storm-related damage and exclude coverage for the deterioration that was present before the storm. This decision aligns with the principle of policy interpretation and loss valuation under the Alaska Insurance Code, which directs adjusters to separate the losses caused by a covered peril from those resulting from non-covered circumstances. Question 4. A claims adjuster is handling a commercial property claim for fire damage. The policyholder has a replacement cost policy but is requesting payment based on actual cash value. The adjuster notices that the policyholder has not replaced the damaged property yet, but they've submitted receipts for repairs made to other areas of the property. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Approve the claim for replacement cost immediately, as the policyholder has made repairs to other parts of the property. B. Deny the claim for replacement cost and settle it only based on actual cash value as no property has been replaced yet. C. Offer the actual cash value and inform the policyholder that replacement cost will be available once repairs are made. D. Request additional documentation to ensure that the repairs were made in accordance with the policyholder's coverage. Answer: C. Offer the actual cash value and inform the policyholder that replacement cost will be available once repairs are made. Explanation: Under most replacement cost policies, insurers initially offer actual cash value (ACV) to the policyholder. Once the property is repaired or replaced, the insurer can pay the difference between ACV and replacement cost, assuming the policyholder complies with the requirements for replacement. Since the policyholder has not replaced the damaged property yet, the claims adjuster can offer the ACV and inform the policyholder that additional payment will be made once repairs are completed. This adheres to the principle of indemnity, which ensures that the policyholder is reimbursed for actual financial loss. Question 5. In Alaska, an adjuster is reviewing a workers' compensation claim where the injured worker has filed for both disability benefits and medical expenses reimbursement. The adjuster determines that some of the medical treatments are unrelated to the work injury. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the entire workers' compensation claim due to the unrelated medical treatments. B. Approve the disability benefits and reimburse the medical expenses directly related to the injury, excluding the unrelated treatments. C. Approve the entire claim without any exclusions, as the worker is entitled to all medical reimbursements. D. Reopen the claim and request a full medical review to identify any additional injury-related expenses. Answer: B. Approve the disability benefits and reimburse the medical expenses directly related to the injury, excluding the unrelated treatments. Explanation: In workers' compensation claims, only medical treatments related to the work injury are covered. If the adjuster determines that some treatments are unrelated to the injury, those expenses should be excluded from reimbursement. The adjuster should approve disability benefits as long as the worker meets the qualifications for compensation and reimbursement for treatments directly related to the injury. According to Alaska's Workers' Compensation Act, the adjuster must separate the injury-related costs from those that are unrelated to the work injury. Question 6. During a property damage claim, an adjuster finds that the insured's property was damaged due to vandalism. The policy has a $1,000 deductible, and the insured is requesting reimbursement for the full damage amount of $2,500. What amount is the insurer required to pay to the insured? A. $1,500. B. $2,500. C. $3,500. D. $2,000. Answer: A. $1,500. Explanation: In property insurance claims, the deductible amount is subtracted from the total claim payout. Since the insured has a $1,000 deductible, the insurer will pay the remaining amount of the claim after subtracting the deductible. For a $2,500 claim, the insurer will pay $2,500. $1,000 equals $1,500. This is in accordance with the policy's terms and standard insurance contract practices in Alaska. Question 7, scenario-based. Mr. Anderson, an auto insurance policyholder, files a claim for a collision accident where he was at fault. The insurance policy has liability coverage for third-party property damage, but Mr. Anderson's own vehicle is not covered under the policy. The adjuster finds that the third-party vehicle's damage is worth $8,000. What should the adjuster do? A. Pay for the third-party vehicle damage of $8,000 directly to the third party, as the policy only covers third-party damages. B. Pay the third-party vehicle damage of $8,000 and then charge Mr. Anderson for the amount. C. Deny the claim entirely, as Mr. Anderson's own vehicle is not covered by the policy. D. Offer Mr. Anderson a settlement to repair his own vehicle at a discounted rate. Answer: A. Pay for the third-party vehicle damage of $8,000 directly to the third party, as the policy only covers third-party damages. Explanation: Since Mr. Anderson's auto insurance policy only covers third-party property damage, the insurer's obligation is to pay the third party for the damage to their vehicle. The insurer will not cover the damage to Mr. Anderson's own vehicle, as that is outside the scope of the liability coverage. The claims adjuster must adhere to the terms of the policy and pay the $8,000 directly to the third party for their damages. Question 8. In Alaska, a homeowner's insurance policy includes coverage for theft and vandalism but excludes coverage for damage caused by an earthquake. A policyholder reports that their property was damaged by a combination of both vandalism and an earthquake. How should the adjuster handle the claim? A. Pay for both the vandalism and earthquake damage as the policy covers both events. B. Deny the entire claim due to the exclusion of earthquake damage. C. Pay for the vandalism damage and exclude coverage for the earthquake-related damage. D. Investigate further to determine whether the damage was caused solely by the earthquake. Answer. C. Pay for the vandalism damage and exclude coverage for the earthquake-related damage. Explanation. The claims adjuster must carefully review the policy to determine which portions of the claim are covered. Since the policy covers vandalism but excludes earthquake damage, the adjuster should pay for the vandalism damage and exclude coverage for any damage resulting from the earthquake. The Alaska Insurance Code allows exclusions for specific perils, such as earthquakes, and it is the adjuster's responsibility to apply these exclusions as outlined in the policy. Question 9. A claims adjuster is reviewing a general liability claim for an incident where a customer was injured while shopping in a retail store. The adjuster finds that the injury was caused by a slippery floor that had not been properly cleaned by the store employees. What is the most likely outcome of the claim? A. The claim will be denied as there is no clear evidence of negligence. B. The store's insurer will likely cover the injury, as the store is responsible for maintaining a safe environment for customers. C. The store will be liable, but the insurance company will only cover a portion of the medical expenses. D. The adjuster will pay for the claim but only cover the costs of the customer's lost wages, excluding medical expenses. Answer. B. The store's insurer will likely cover the injury, as the store is responsible for maintaining a safe environment for customers. Explanation. In general liability claims, a business is responsible for maintaining a safe environment for customers. In this case, the store's failure to clean the slippery floor may be considered negligence, which would likely result in the insurer covering the injury claim. The insurer would assess the level of negligence and pay for the associated medical expenses and potentially lost wages. According to Alaska's laws, liability insurance covers bodily injury claims when negligence is proven. Question 10. An adjuster is handling a claim for a fire that occurred at a restaurant. The insured claims that the fire was accidental, but the adjuster uncovers evidence that the fire may have been intentionally set. What should the adjuster do next? A. Immediately deny the claim as intentional damage is not covered under the policy. B. Suspend the claim until further investigation is completed and refer the matter to the authorities. C. Proceed with the claim as normal and offer compensation for the damage, assuming it was accidental. D. Approve the claim but deduct a significant portion for the possibility of fraud. Answer. B. Suspend the claim until further investigation is completed and refer the matter to the authorities. Explanation. If there is evidence that the fire may have been intentionally set, the claims adjuster is required to suspend the claim and refer the matter to the authorities for further investigation. Intentional damage or arson is typically excluded from coverage, and insurance fraud must be prevented. The adjuster must conduct a thorough investigation, including referring the case to law enforcement if there are indications of fraud or arson. This approach follows the guidelines set by the Alaska Department of Insurance regarding fraud prevention and ethical claims handling. Question 11. A claims adjuster is reviewing a commercial property insurance claim for water damage caused by a burst pipe. The policyholder has submitted an invoice for repairs, but the adjuster notices that some of the repairs were made before the damage was reported. What should the adjuster do? A. Approve the repairs and reimburse the full amount, as the policyholder is entitled to compensation for all repairs. B. Reject the claim entirely, as repairs were made before the damage was reported. C. Approve the claim for the water damage but reduce the payment for repairs that were made before the damage was reported. D. Require the policyholder to redo the repairs to qualify for reimbursement. Answer. C. Approve the claim for the water damage but reduce the payment for repairs that were made before the damage was reported. Explanation. The claims adjuster should approve the claim for water damage that occurred as a result of the burst pipe, but any repairs made before the damage was reported should not be reimbursed. Insurance typically covers repairs that are necessary due to the covered peril, in this case, water damage from a burst pipe. The adjuster must ensure that the repairs are necessary and directly related to the loss and not preemptive actions taken before the damage occurred. Question 12. In a workers' compensation case, an employee has reported an injury while working in a warehouse. The employee claims they slipped and fell on a wet floor, but the employer states that no water was present at the time of the incident. What is the adjuster's next step? A. Accept the employer's statement and deny the claim due to a lack of evidence. B. Deny the claim because the employee did not provide proof of the hazardous condition. C. Investigate further by reviewing security footage and speaking to witnesses to determine the cause of the injury. D. Pay the claim without further investigation, as all workplace injuries are typically covered. Answer: C. Investigate further by reviewing security footage and speaking to witnesses to determine the cause of the injury. Explanation: in workers' compensation cases, the adjuster must conduct a thorough investigation to determine the validity of the claim. This includes reviewing security footage, speaking with witnesses, and examining the incident report. It is important to verify whether the accident occurred under the conditions described by the employee, such as a wet floor, and to ensure that the injury is work-related. The adjuster must ensure all facts are confirmed before deciding on coverage. Question 13. A homeowner files a claim for damage caused by a tree falling on their house during a storm. The homeowner's insurance policy includes coverage for wind damage but excludes damage caused by falling objects unless the object was windblown. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim as falling objects are not covered under the policy. B. Approve the claim as the tree fell due to wind, which is covered by the policy. C. Approve the claim but only reimburse the homeowner for tree removal costs. D. Offer a settlement to the homeowner to cover the cost of repairs to the home but exclude the tree removal. Answer: B. Approve the claim as the tree fell due to wind, which is covered by the policy. Explanation: the adjuster should approve the claim for damage caused by the tree falling, as the policy specifically covers damage from wind-related events. If the storm caused the tree to fall, it is considered wind-blown debris, which falls under the coverage provided by the homeowner's policy. The adjuster should assess the damage to the home and offer compensation based on the loss, including repair costs. Tree removal costs may be covered as part of the cleaner. Question 14. An adjuster is handling a commercial auto policy claim where a delivery truck was damaged in an accident. The policyholder has a $500 deductible for collision coverage. The total repair cost for the truck is $4,000. How much will the insurer pay? A. $3,500. B. $4,000. C. $500. D. $4,500. Answer A. $3,500. Explanation: the deductible amount is subtracted from the total cost of repairs when calculating the payout for a claim. Since the policyholder has a $500 deductible, the insurer will pay the repair costs minus the deductible. In this case, the total repair cost is $4,000, so the insurer will pay $4,000. 500 will equal $3,500. Question 15. A homeowner's insurance policy covers theft and vandalism but excludes coverage for theft by family members. The insured reports that their teenage son stole items from their home. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim entirely because family members are excluded from coverage. B. Pay the claim but deduct the value of the stolen items belonging to the family member. C. Pay the full claim as the son is still a dependent of the insured. D. Deny the claim for the stolen items but pay for any vandalism-related damages. Answer A. Deny the claim entirely because family members are excluded from coverage. Explanation: most homeowners' insurance policies exclude theft by family members. Since the insured's teenage son is considered a family member, the policy excludes coverage for the stolen items. The adjuster must follow the policy's exclusion clauses and deny the claim for theft committed by a family member. However, if there is any damage or vandalism to the property, that may be covered under the policy. Question 16. An adjuster is reviewing a liability claim for an injury sustained by a customer in a retail store. The customer slipped and fell on a wet floor that had been left unattended by the store employees. The store owner claims that they had recently mopped the floor and placed wet floor signs. What should the adjuster do next? A. Approve the claim as the store owner failed to prevent the hazard. B. Deny the claim as the store owner placed wet floor signs and took precautions. C. Investigate the circumstances surrounding the fall, including reviewing whether the signs were visible and whether the floor was still wet. D. Pay the claim but reduce the payout by 50% as the store owner took precautions. Answer: C. Investigate the circumstances surrounding the fall, including reviewing whether the signs were visible and whether the floor was still wet. Explanation: the adjuster should thoroughly investigate the incident by reviewing all available evidence. This includes interviewing witnesses, reviewing security footage, and verifying whether the wet floor signs were properly placed and visible to customers. Additionally, the adjuster should assess whether the floor was still wet and whether the store took appropriate precautions to prevent accidents. Liability will depend on whether the store owner acted reasonably to mitigate the risk. Question 17. A homeowner's insurance policy includes both liability and property coverage. The insured's dog bites a neighbor and the neighbor files a claim for medical expenses. The policy includes a standard exclusion for injuries caused by the insured's pets. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim for medical expenses due to the exclusion for pet injuries. B. Approve the claim as the injury was caused by a third party, not the homeowner. C. Pay for the medical expenses as part of the homeowner's liability coverage. D. Pay for the medical expenses but reduce the payout due to the pet exclusion. Answer A. Deny the claim for medical expenses due to the exclusion for pet injuries. Explanation: most homeowners' insurance policies contain an exclusion for injuries caused by the policyholder's pets. Since the neighbor's injury was caused by the homeowner's dog, which is explicitly excluded under the policy, the adjuster must deny the claim for medical expenses. However, if the neighbor had suffered other types of injuries, e.g., caused by an accident not related to the dog, those may be covered under the liability portion of the policy. Question 18. An adjuster is handling a life insurance claim where the insured died in a car accident. The beneficiary has submitted the claim, but the adjuster notices that the insured was not wearing a seatbelt at the time of the accident. The policy contains a clause excluding coverage for death due to negligence. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim due to the negligence clause, as the insured was not wearing a seatbelt. B. Approve the claim as the cause of death was a car accident and the seatbelt clause does not apply. C. Approve the claim but reduce the payout because of the negligence. D. Investigate further to determine whether the insured's negligence directly contributed to the cause of death. Answer D. Investigate further to determine whether the insured's negligence directly contributed to the cause of death. Explanation: while the policy includes a clause excluding coverage for death due to negligence, the adjuster must first determine whether the lack of a seatbelt directly caused or contributed to the death. If the insured's death was primarily due to the car accident and not exacerbated by the lack of a seatbelt, the claim might still be approved. The adjuster should conduct a thorough investigation to assess all factors before making a decision. Question 19. A policyholder has a homeowner's insurance policy that includes personal property coverage for losses due to theft. The policyholder files a claim for stolen jewelry, but the policy has a specific sublimit for jewelry losses. The stolen jewelry exceeds this sublimit. What is the most likely outcome? A. The insurance company will pay the full amount of the claim regardless of the sublimit. B. The insurance company will pay up to the sublimit for jewelry losses and deny the remainder of the claim. C. The insurance company will deny the claim in full, as jewelry theft is not covered. D. The insurance company will pay the full claim but apply a higher deductible for jewelry losses. Answer B. The insurance company will pay up to the sublimit for jewelry losses and deny the remainder of the claim. Explanation: many homeowners' insurance policies have sublimits for specific types of personal property, such as jewelry, art, or electronics. If the stolen jewelry exceeds the sublimit, the insurer will typically pay only up to that sublimit and the remainder of the claim will be denied. The policyholder may need to purchase additional coverage for higher value items like jewelry in the future. Question 20. A renter's insurance policy includes coverage for personal property, but the policyholder recently filed a claim for damage to their laptop after it was dropped. The policyholder has a standard renter's policy with no additional coverage for electronics. What should the adjuster do? A. Approve the claim in full as the laptop is part of the policyholder's personal property. B. Deny the claim as the policy does not cover damage from accidental causes. C. Approve the claim but only cover the repair costs, not the replacement of the laptop. D. Deny the claim as personal property damage from accidental causes is excluded in most renters' policies. Answer B. Deny the claim, as the policy does not cover damage from accidental causes. Explanation: most renters' insurance policies provide coverage for personal property but exclude damage caused by accidents or mishandling. Unless the policyholder had purchased additional coverage for electronics or accidental damage, the policy would not cover the cost of repairing or replacing the laptop. Therefore, the adjuster should deny the claim. Question 21. A homeowner reports that their house was burglarized and valuable jewelry was stolen. However, the homeowner did not provide a list of stolen items or proof of ownership. The insurance policy requires proof of ownership for claims involving high-value items. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim due to the lack of proof of ownership. B. Approve the claim for the stolen items based on the homeowner's report alone. C. Request additional documentation from the homeowner, such as receipts or photos of the jewelry, to support the claim. D. Pay the claim without requiring proof of ownership, as burglary is a covered peril. Answer: C. Request additional documentation from the homeowner, such as receipts or photos of the jewelry, to support the claim. Explanation: the adjuster should request additional documentation from the homeowner, such as receipts, photographs, or appraisals, to establish proof of ownership for the stolen jewelry. Insurance policies typically require this evidence to prevent fraudulent claims, especially for high-value items. The adjuster should not approve or deny the claim until the homeowner provides the necessary documentation. Question 22. An employee files a workers' compensation claim for a back injury that occurred while lifting heavy boxes. The employer claims that the employee did not follow proper lifting procedures and that the injury could have been prevented. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim, as the employee did not follow proper lifting procedures. B. Approve the claim, as the injury occurred during work and is covered by workers' compensation. C. Approve the claim, but reduce the payout due to the employee's failure to follow proper procedures. D. Deny the claim and suggest the employee file for unemployment benefits instead. Answer: B. Approve the claim, as the injury occurred during work and is covered by workers' compensation. Explanation: workers' compensation claims are typically approved when an employee sustains an injury during the course of employment, regardless of whether they followed safety procedures. While failure to follow proper lifting procedures may affect future safety training, it does not negate the fact that the injury occurred while performing job duties. The adjuster should approve the claim and provide benefits for medical treatment and lost wages as required by workers' compensation law. Question 23. A business insurance policy provides general liability coverage, but the policyholder is being sued for damages related to a faulty product that caused injury. The policy includes an exclusion for product-related claims. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim, as product liability is excluded under the policy. B. Approve the claim, as the injury occurred due to the business's products. C. Approve the claim, but only cover the legal fees, not the damages. D. Deny the claim and advise the business to seek product liability insurance. Answer: A. Deny the claim, as product liability is excluded under the policy. Explanation: the general liability policy does not cover product liability claims when the policy includes an explicit exclusion for such claims, since the injury was caused by a faulty product and the policy does not cover this type of claim. The adjuster must deny the claim. The business may need to obtain separate product liability insurance to cover these types of incidents. Question 24. A driver files a claim for damage to their vehicle after an accident. The insurance policy includes a deductible for collision coverage. However, the accident was deemed to be partially the driver's fault. What will the adjuster most likely do? A. Deny the claim, as the driver was at fault. B. Approve the claim and pay the full repair costs minus the deductible. C. Approve the claim and pay the repair costs in full, as the driver was partially at fault. D. Approve the claim and reduce the payment based on the driver's percentage of fault. Answer: B. Approve the claim and pay the full repair costs minus the deductible. Explanation: even if the driver is partially at fault for the accident, the collision coverage will typically cover the cost of repairs to the vehicle, subject to the deductible. The adjuster will approve the claim and pay for the repair costs after subtracting the deductible, as long as the incident is covered under the terms of the policy. Fault does not affect the payout in this case, though it may affect premiums or other aspects of the claim process. Question 25. An insured homeowner has filed a claim for damage to their home caused by a fire. The policy covers fire damage, but the homeowner was found to have left the stove unattended, which contributed to the fire. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim, as the homeowner was negligent in leaving the stove unattended. B. Approve the claim, as fire damage is covered under the policy regardless of negligence. C. Approve the claim, but reduce the payout due to the homeowner's negligence. D. Deny the claim entirely, as negligence voids the policy. Answer: C. Approve the claim, but reduce the payout due to the homeowner's negligence. Explanation: while the policy covers fire damage, the adjuster may apply a reduction in the payout if negligence contributed to the cause of the fire. The policy may have a clause that reduces the payout based on the degree of negligence. The adjuster should evaluate the extent of negligence and how it contributed to the damage before making a final decision on the claim amount. Question 26. A car insurance policyholder files a claim after their car is stolen. The policyholder had not informed the insurer that they had recently moved to a new city. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim, as the policyholder failed to inform the insurer of their address change. B. Approve the claim, as the theft occurred regardless of the address change. C. Approve the claim, but adjust the coverage due to the address change. D. Deny the claim, as the insurer's coverage is not valid in the new city. Answer: B. Approve the claim, as the theft occurred regardless of the address change. Explanation: while it is important for policyholders to update their address with the insurance company, the failure to do so typically does not void the coverage unless there are specific terms requiring such notification. The theft occurred, and the policy generally provides coverage for such incidents, so the adjuster should approve the claim. However, the adjuster may advise the policyholder to update their information to avoid potential issues in the future. Question 27. An insured property has been severely damaged by a windstorm. The property owner submits a claim, and the adjuster finds that some of the damage was pre-existing and unrelated to the windstorm. How should the adjuster proceed? A. Deny the claim in full due to pre-existing damage. B. Approve the claim, but only for the damage directly caused by the windstorm. C. Approve the claim in full and assume all damage was caused by the windstorm. D. Deny the claim and require the property owner to pay for all repairs out of pocket. Answer: B. Approve the claim, but only for the damage directly caused by the windstorm. Explanation: the adjuster should approve the claim only for the damage directly caused by the windstorm. Pre-existing damage that is unrelated to the storm is not covered by the insurance policy. The adjuster will need to separate the storm-related damage from the pre-existing damage to ensure that the claim is handled fairly and in accordance with the policy terms. Question 28. A homeowner files a claim for water damage caused by a broken pipe. The policy includes coverage for sudden and accidental water damage. The pipe had been leaking slowly for several months before it completely broke. What is the most likely outcome? A. The claim will be denied, as the damage was caused by a slow leak over time. B. The claim will be approved, as the pipe eventually broke suddenly and caused the damage. C. The claim will be approved, but only for a portion of the damage caused by the leak. D. The claim will be denied, as all water damage is excluded from the policy. Answer A. The claim will be denied, as the damage was caused by a slow leak over time. Explanation: most homeowner insurance policies that cover water damage only provide coverage for sudden and accidental incidents. In this case, the damage was caused by a slow, ongoing leak over time, which is typically excluded from coverage. The adjuster will likely deny the claim because it does not meet the criteria for sudden and accidental damage. Question 29. An insured vehicle is involved in an accident where the other driver is at fault. The policyholder's insurance is a comprehensive policy with uninsured motorist coverage. What is the best course of action for the policyholder? A. The policyholder should file a claim with their own insurance company under the uninsured motorist coverage. B. The policyholder should file a claim with the at-fault driver's insurance company. C. The policyholder should pay for the repairs out of pocket and not file a claim. D. The policyholder should file a claim with their own insurance company, and it will pursue reimbursement from the at-fault driver's insurance. Answer: D. The policyholder should file a claim with their own insurance company, and it will pursue reimbursement from the at-fault driver's insurance. Explanation: the policyholder's own insurance company can cover the damages under the uninsured motorist coverage, and then the insurance company will likely pursue reimbursement, subrogation, from the at-fault driver's insurance company. This process ensures that the policyholder's vehicle is repaired quickly while their insurer handles the legal recovery process. Question 30. A business owner files a claim for property damage after a fire that caused extensive damage to the building. The owner has a standard property insurance policy with a replacement cost provision. The adjuster finds that the cost of replacing the building exceeds the policy's coverage limit. What should the adjuster do? A. Approve the claim but pay only the coverage limit amount, even if it is less than the cost of replacement. B. Approve the claim in full and pay the cost of replacement, as the policy provides replacement cost coverage. C. Deny the claim, as the replacement cost exceeds the coverage limit. D. Approve the claim but offer an additional payout based on the current market value of the property. Answer A. Approve the claim but pay only the coverage limit amount, even if it is less than the cost of replacement. Explanation: even though the policy includes a replacement cost provision, the insurance company is bound by the coverage limits outlined in the policy. The adjuster will approve the claim but will only pay up to the policy's coverage limit, which may be less than the total cost of replacement. The business owner would need to cover the difference or seek additional coverage in the future.